Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Titus Peoples, and we are back again with another episode of When Discussion Strikes. And if you can hear it, please excuse the sound in the background, but we are here asking questions with new people. And today we have Hitomi in the building.
What's up? What's up?
So this isn't my first question, but where did that name come from? It's a very interesting name.
So my name actually is first of all, everybody thinks it's like an Instagram handle, like a stage name or something. It's literally my name. It's my first name. It's Japanese. My mother named me Hitomi. It means the people of your eye. So yeah, that's literally exactly where it comes from. It's not like any sort of like special, background or like nickname to it. But yeah,
That's fire, but that name is so
appreciate it.
hard. Like,
Appreciate it.
what I mean? It sounds like an
Appreciate
action
it.
film.
I'm
Like,
crying, yo.
you know what I
Everybody be
mean?
saying that. Everybody's like, yo, you sound like you come out of
Like
an
a
anime or like a
word,
movie
yeah.
or something.
That
Like,
joint hard.
yeah.
So, Hitomi, what do you do and how long have you been doing it?
Okay, that's a very broad question. What do I do? I do a lot of stuff. Whenever people try to like ask me what I do, I always kind of just like narrow it down and be like, oh, I go to school when I do this, I do that, you know what I'm saying? But I model right now. That's one thing I'm mainly pushing. I also have a up and coming lash brand, so I'm doing that on the low as well. I'm starting to build that and as well going to school so I could, just market and learn how to just be better on the business end for that and push that as well. But right now the main thing I'm doing is modeling. How long have I been doing this? I say for me, I could say like, okay, we'll say I when I'm right now I'm 22, and when I was probably about 17, 18, that's when I first started like really taking like people calling like, hey, let's like shoot, and like I started like actually modeling and stuff. But it took me a while to really even take on like the title and idea that I model, because I feel like I always count myself as like a creative.
Yeah,
So like, I always like, since I was younger, I always like to like take pictures and like,
photogenic.
yeah, like, well, not even just be photogenic, but it's like I just always was creative. Like that was always like a
Okay.
way I wanted to express myself. So I like to, a lot of people don't know, but I like to make clothes and things. That's another little thing that I work on. That's a personal hobby and things of mine. But that's something that I was always interested in as a kid, drawing and things like that. So once the time came with pictures and everybody having cell phones and posting things, that's where I really took my liking of like taking pictures and like modeling clothes, I guess. And then people like were like, hey, let's shoot, let's da da da. So I guess that's, I say probably 18, 19 is when I started becoming more like serious about it, because I was like, okay, well, more people are contacting me. So it's looking like this is something
Yes.
I could like seriously do and like, you know, make money from and like, be successful at. And it's something I actually enjoy doing as well. Um, so yeah, sorry to ramble, but
No, no, no,
that's
no,
just,
no,
yeah,
no. That's
I guess
great. That's a
that's a
great
good
answer.
answer to like summarize.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So you said that you have a brand that you just started. Talk to the people about your brand.
Okay. Well, mimiluxelashes. I'm actually wearing some lashes right now. From the brand. These are like my favorite, the ones that sell actually the most. Everybody's usually curious about these. These are ones I wear all the time. These are style Mimi. I personally I started this because I wanted to create something that like, I guess something that was tangible that people could like get, not necessarily like have a piece of me, but I could like send you something like, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah, I know
connect
what you're
with
saying.
people. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? I didn't want to do like a merch. I know I want to put out, I want to do things one day in the future, and that's when I'm financially, mentally, everything is just, what I'm saying,
Aligned.
aligned. Yeah,
Right,
that's what I
right.
want to really do something else. But as of right now, I still want to put out something that I could like still connect with people, because a lot of people are like, oh, we like your lashes. I love your makeup. I love da da da. Like I want to see you, what I'm saying, be able to purchase something from you or show support or whatever. So I figured, okay, that's like something that you could use. You know what I'm saying? Make you feel pretty, you know what I'm saying? And it's affordable and reusable, and everything is what's the word? Everything is I'm sorry, I'm having a little mind blank. Everything, all the names and stuff have very they have, some of them have Japanese names and other ones are just like personal like meanings, I guess. Like
Right.
so I feel like it's just a little piece of me to basically give to everybody. I guess I could summarize it as. So that's why I really started it. Um and yeah, now I feel like I'm going back to school and everything, so I could really hone in on like that business end, because one, it's gonna help me in all aspects, as far as modeling, as far as putting
Hmm.
things out. You know what I'm saying? It'll help me in all aspects furthering my life and being able to manage myself better and like handle money better and just like, just be better all
Yeah.
around. Um so that's one thing that I feel like once I do that I'll be able to even push my brand further. And I'm still learning things along the way. Like I said, I'm not, I'm just very humble. So I'm just starting out in everything that I
Right.
do. Like I know what I'm doing, but I don't. I'm just living life. You know what I'm saying? I never try to tell people like people. Oh,
One step at a time.
yeah, like I'm really here. I don't have the answers to everything. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I have the answers to everything. I hate when people do that. That's annoying. I do not have the answers to everything. But I do know little things about a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that could take me far in life. So right now I'm really at my age of 22. I'm trying to just like really get great at all those little things that I'm like
Good at.
good at. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I
If that
definitely
makes
do
sense.
get
So
that.
yeah.
So, yo, listen, you might be the second guest that answering these questions very, very
Really?
well. Like I like
Really?
these answers.
Oh wow. Wow. I'm cause I'll be nervous. I don't
Like
even my mind is like
no, like you're doing an excellent job. You're
you
doing
know
an
that
excellent
little
job.
episode of like SpongeBob where like he's like
Yeah,
throwing the files and everything's on fire. That's like my
word.
brain right now. But I'm glad I'm doing
Yeah,
good,
like you're doing good. And before I jump into this next question, I must say you have very nice style. I
No,
like your style.
thank
Like it's
you.
very swaggy, very
Thank you.
drippy.
Staying
As you young
cozy.
people say it. I'm a little older than you guys, you know what I mean? But yeah. But yeah, so you take pictures,
Mhm.
like the Instagram is popping. I see
Mhm.
you getting
I
your thing
appreciate
out
it.
there.
Appreciate it.
So like there's this weird culture for people in your community, the flown out culture. Like,
I'm
has anybody
crying.
ever tried to slide in your DMs that be like, yo, Hitomi, what's good?
I'm
Ah,
crying.
ah, ah.
So if I'm being honest, okay, one thing about me, and if y'all like watching this or whatever, whoever, like everybody know, like I keep everything to myself very much. So I don't really like to announce stuff. I feel like a lot of people like to brag and do all those kinds
Yeah,
of, I don't, like that's not really me. But I'm being honest, like, yeah, of course people hey, like, let me fly you here, let me do this, let me do that. But like if I'm gonna break it down to you,
yes. On when discussion
I
strikes.
don't, I don't, I'm not with all that. Like, I don't like people. I'm being honest. I do not like people very much. and it's not to say I just don't like people, but it's just like I don't like unnecessary interaction. If I hold conversations and like friendships and relationships, whatever. I hold all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, close and
Right,
important. It's very important. And I don't like to waste my time talking and like doing all that stuff and letting people into, you know what I'm saying, my headspace, my mind, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff, and then it's for no reason. You know what I'm saying? You just here for like a quick minute, and then it's just like you're going. And that comes with friends, that comes with business relationships, that comes with relationships, that comes with everything. So nonetheless, I'm not one of those people that like to just be up or like. And that's not to say, oh, like, the girls who do that or boys or whoever that does that is like a problem. I'm also very much do you live your life, enjoy your life because I don't judge anybody.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. But me personally, though, I don't find joy in flying out to be up around somebody and our energies is not
Yeah.
like this. You get what I'm
Mm.
saying? I don't even like to be around people in my own state and city that like my energy is not like this. It's draining.
It
It's
is.
draining. It's tiring. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? It's exhausting to have to sit there
Yeah, like I
and
hate the forced
you know,
conversations. Like
and
I
it's
hate when it's like, well, like your sneakers. What kind of sneakers are those?
yeah.
When like you clearly know what sneakers those are,
And
but
then
you
when it
just like,
comes down to this Instagram and social media and all this stuff, then it comes down to like, oh, like what do you do? What do you like the comment I could just feel when a conversation is very hollow. You know what I'm saying? When it's just like, and my thing is I'm a very business oriented kind of person. So it's like if I know that your conversation is very hollow, oh sorry, I did not
no,
mean
no,
to
no.
tap the mic. But if I know your conversation is very hollow, I feel like I'm gonna stay on this business path with you. And that's a problem that people have because I've gotten people sometimes to say like I've just heard little things like, oh, she don't really talk to anybody, or she don't really, and that's not even me like not talking. I just don't get close to anybody because I know you don't really have the best interest in me. And like I learned that lesson at like 10, 11, 12. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right,
22 now. I don't got time to be dealing with that. That's just the
right.
thing. Like I don't have time for none of that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, and everything you just said also applies to me too. Because for those who might be surprised, yes, the guy with the TV show that talks to people doesn't like people at
but
all.
like it's
You
always
know what I
like that,
mean?
isn't
Like
it?
it's
The
weird.
the ones that seem like they love people and could just like
Yeah,
It's just not
No, but like,
people.
don't get it wrong. Like, you know, what I mean, I do like talking to people, but I
Yeah,
like talking to people in increments, and it has to be
meaningful.
a meaningful
Yeah,
conversation.
that's what it is. It's the meaning to it. That's what
Yeah,
it comes down to. I feel like right now, this day and age, is so much pointless. Like people just be talking to just, oh, cause you work with such and such, or cause you know such and such, or cause you're friends with such. That stuff is so corny to me. Like corny is like I hate. Oh my gosh, because like little do people know. Like when I was little, I was the person. I was never like this Instagram popular whatever all this. Like nobody cared to be my friend. Nobody cared me to invite me to nothing. Nobody cared to take me out on a date or do all these things. Like when I was younger, that was never the case. It wasn't until like my senior year, all of a sudden people started acting like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's because I got a little better looking, you know what I'm saying? Or
yeah.
if it was because the people that I was hanging out with, like I was friends with, like people wanted to become cool with them. But nonetheless, I was never the center of attention. So now that I'm not to say I'm like a center of attention now, but now that like people like give me some sort of attention now, none of that gets to my head. I really don't care to have that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm doing what I do because I like to do it. And that also goes down to the conversations. Like I'm not here to have these little popular people conversation with y'all. You talking to the dweeb from high school. You
Word,
talking to
yeah.
the dweeb from middle school. Like you're not talking to somebody who's like, I don't care about all that. Like, are you
Uh,
cool? Are you a good person? Are you level headed? Is this a meaningful conversation? Like you said. So
right,
yeah.
right, right. Listen, and like the same thing here. So when there's people that know you for years
Right.
and they introduce you to somebody, and the first thing they bring up is what you do now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh
I be
my
with
gosh.
friends like that I've known for like 10, 15 years. Oh, this is my man, film executive. He got a show on hi, I'm his friend that I've known since he was 6. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like
And
I
it's
was that
like,
long before any of
and it's
this.
like, I don't, that's the thing. Like, I that's why I want to shout out the people that I hold close. Like, I hold them super close, and they know, y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know exactly who y'all are. You feel me? I really do not hold people close. Like a lot of people try to say oh, I know her, or like y'all don't know me. I feel y'all don't know me. Like if it was a high and by, or it's like the conversation was very, you don't know me. Like you really don't. And the people that do know me, I hold them close because they don't do any of that. Like they know me from like a a random experience. Usually, most of the people I know is like the most random link ups. That's how we met, like
Mm,
random. And it wasn't even like and it was probably before I was doing anything. And even if I was doing stuff, it was the most random link up to the point where it's like they didn't even know who I was or what I was doing. And it's like I feel like all these conversations crazy to have now because it's like I don't even look at myself as like a who I was. Like the fact that you asked me or like to like come here and like speak on camera and talk about stuff is like crazy because like I said, I don't feel like I know what I'm doing. I don't feel like I'm in any position right now to be like, hey, this is what I do. I'm that person. But at the same time, it's like I guess everybody probably feels like that at some point, you know?
well, congratulations. Welcome to the club.
Appreciate that.
Like, you
Appreciate
know,
it. Appreciate it.
like it's very humbling when somebody else gets to see the light in you. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I had friends that have always said, bro, stop trying to stray away from who you are, bro. Like
Yeah.
people look at you a certain way, embrace it.
Yeah.
Just don't get cocky and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Don't let
Yeah.
it go to your head.
Right.
But bro, like you an inspiration. Like people watching, somebody gonna see this, and guess what? It's coming on TV
Yeah.
Fridays when
Yup.
discussion strikes.
Oh,
Fridays,
yeah. Y'all better watch
yes.
Discussion
Tune
Strikes
in.
Friday. Tune in. Stop playing.
Yes, yes. So like, yeah, you already covered the flown in part. So okay, how does a beautiful young gallus like yourself avoid the creeps?
Avoid the creeps. I'm crying. Well, for me, I don't know. I feel like not to say everybody has a different experience. Everybody runs into creeps. I've ran into creeps. I've had crazy situations. You know, as far you mean in general, because we live in New York, so it's like you got day to day interactions, just like
Yeah.
creeps, and then you got like creeps that's like preying on you through like social media, like they trying to get to you, like they know who you are, and they're trying to get to you on some creepy stuff. So like, you mean like through social media? Or you mean just like on some daily, just daily?
A little bit of both. You know what I mean? Like if you care to share both, like, you know what I mean, how do you avoid the social media creeps and
Um,
the average creep?
So
Like,
social media creeps. I feel like for me, I don't converse with people very much, and that's not me being Hollywood or whatever. I just don't converse with people very much. It goes back to the whole meaningful conversation thing.
mhm.
Um, But that's not to say that I don't see or appreciate any of the love or whatever that people do send my way, because I definitely do try to reach out and, like, what I'm saying, let people know when I see them, and, like, what I'm saying, they continuously showing support. But nonetheless, for those who do continuously hit me up on some like creepy thing, I don't know. It's weird. I've never been the type of person that blocks people, like, or like does stuff like that. Like, you really got to be doing a lot for me to really block you. I don't know what it is about me, but it's just like I don't know if it's just like I'm my father's daughter, and that's just why I'm not like, I don't know, my mindset, and that's also how I deal with the people outside. Like people don't like, it's not just that people don't scare me, but it's like the things that people like carry, like weapons and things like that. That's scary. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yes.
what's scary. You know what I'm saying? But I always look at people like, and then maybe this is because of how I was raised. Everybody was a child once. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was a small, like, helpless child once that could not be this monstrous person. And that's not to say that, oh, you're not a monster, but that's just to say, like, so I shouldn't fear you, because just like I came in this earth, so did you. Just like you breathe air, so do I. Just like you bleed, I bleed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like I'm gonna exit the earth, you gonna exit the earth. And if I'm not gonna allow myself to, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, living here, you run into some crazy things. So in my head, it's like it's me or you. You know, that's all I'm gonna
Mm.
say. It's me or you. That's all I'm gonna
Nah, I
say.
feel
So
you.
the few situations that I ran into, I wasn't it wasn't really even fearful. It's just thinking smart and quick, and not giving away too much, not saying too much, just thinking and keeping everything, like keeping your cards hidden. I feel like honestly that's probably just how I move in life, and maybe that's why how I protect myself in general is like on social media and in the everyday interactions, is just keep my cards hidden, like, not letting people know, like, okay, what my next move is, or like not, what I'm saying,
Right.
but just like, no, I'm watching, I'm paying attention, and I'm not stupid, and I know what's coming next. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I guess that's really what it is. It's just like keeping my eyes open, and really being what's the word? Like being here, like mentally being here. Like I could be doing something else, but like I'm mentally here. Like I'm in the moment though. You get what I'm saying? So it's like
Right.
I could be modeling or whatever, but like if something crazy is happening on set or whatever's happening around, or like there's cars driving past, I need to make sure like I'm mentally though, I'm focusing on the traffic and stuff.
Right.
But it's like I'm moving in like autopilot on the other stuff. You get what I'm saying? If that
I
makes sense.
definitely get that. No,
So
that definitely does make sense.
yeah.
Definitely does make sense. It's almost like when like you walk into a spot, you see the sketchy guy in the corner. Like you're
Yeah.
gonna interact, but your mind is
It's
definitely
it's
still
still,
there.
yeah, because it's like I'm not gonna let myself basically let myself be lacking. I'm not gonna get caught
Word.
lacking. I'm not gonna be caught lacking. So that's really that.
So, what is the best line you've ever heard from a guy?
Like
Mhm.
a pickup
Yeah,
line.
pickup line. Like yo, like how does a guy walk up and just try to scoop you? Like
You know what's funny? Okay, so that's the next thing. Like I'm one of the bros, so it's like I really chill with all guys. So no cap, when I'm outside and boys try to spit game at me, have to like if I'm really not interested in people. Like 9 times out of 10, if a guy's like, you really got to be interesting for you to really catch my attention. And that's got to be like looks, dress, personality, mindset. Like it's just a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? How you carry yourself, all kinds of stuff like that. So the funny thing is when people do be trying to shoot their shot and say little like little lines outside or whatever and stuff, I'll always be like, oh, that was a good one, 10 points. Like I'll be like, that was a good one. I'll give you 10 points for that. I'm like, all right, that made me smile. That was a good one. And then they look key like it's like it's my way of turning you down because I'm not gonna talk to you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, okay, like I'm gonna let you know you got it. That was a good one. So I can't. I'm trying to think. I can't really remember of like off the top of my head like ones that was specifically good because they just be so random. Like
Right.
guys here be saying the most random stuff. Like, yo,
Word.
let me like let me think, like stupid stuff. Like you could be eating something and like walking out of the store and eating something and be like, yo, let me get a bite. You're not going to let me get a bite. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or some
Word.
stupid, you know what I'm saying? They always saying stupid stuff. So like sometimes though you get them few boys that say something smooth. But for me personally, I don't know. My love life is very tragic. So I can't really I'm trying to think like I feel like all my my best lines or like things that have like gotten me like is very dramatic. Like my love life be on some movie stuff. Like okay, this this boy came to my house like in the hurricane, like in the hurricane,
Hmm.
like the whole hurricane, and like you know, he was like just speaking and everything. It was like we wasn't supposed to be cool and stuff like that. So when he came, like that was a whole like, oh, okay, like I'm gonna look at you differently now because you done came in the whole storm to come and see me in a storm. Like you're soaked. Like this is so. It was funny. So I feel like grand gestures for me. Like I'm really more of an actions kind of person because people just be saying stuff.
Well, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah, man.
saying? People
Talking
just be
that
saying
talk,
stuff.
yeah.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, like I could say stuff. Like when I was younger and stuff, and I used to hang out with like this dude, we would just be doing dumb stuff outside, and we would just say little stupid things. So like boys we thought was cute or whatever. But like I was real smooth. Like I would say little dumb stuff out of my mouth and stuff like that. And then the boys started trying to talk to me, and I'm like,
Yeah, like you
damn,
set yourself up
it
for
was a
that one.
game. Like it
Yeah,
was playing, it was a joke. So I really stopped doing that. But nonetheless, I'm a really big on gestures and showing that you interested, showing that you care, showing, you know what I'm saying, rather than telling. The telling is nice, but the showing is important. You know?
right, right.
Yeah,
These answers are great. So TikTok, like you know what I mean.
I'm fine.
I'm new to TikTok too. I just got on
Yeah.
TikTok about like 2.5 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like a grandpa, like
I'm
you know what I
dead.
mean. Like I be trying to figure it out. I'll be looking with my glasses, like, say, young blood, how you use
How you
this?
use this
This
here
word,
app, my brother? How you use this
yo.
app?
So talk to me about your TikTok journey.
So I just started getting on there. Honestly, my sister was trying to tell me to get on there a while ago because she's like booming on there because she always doing stuff. She always dancing and doing that kind of stuff. So she been on there. She was trying to tell me like I think in the quarantine to get on there, but I was just using the app to because I'm older too. So like I'm like from like the Vine
Yeah,
era. So it's like I'm not in Dubs Vine, Dub Smash, that kind of stuff. So I'm not really like I was like I'm not really gonna get on TikTok. But then I'm just watching all these videos like and it was just funny. Like the videos just had me dying. And then I was hearing the sounds and things and I started thinking about like dang, like low key. I have relatable situations that I could like, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Like add to this. So I decided like, all right, let me get on this app. And I started posting a couple things. And then a few of them like went like viral and stuff. But I need to honestly take TikTok more seriously because it's one of the new leading apps. It's something that's, getting you more followers, keeping you consistently in the loop, I guess.
Right.
And getting more attention and stuff. So that's why I'm really trying to get on there because Instagram is cool and all, but it's always changing. Algorithms always changing. Things is always changing. The internet is always changing. So might as well get on it now. You know what I'm saying? TikTok started a while ago and I wasn't on it before, but it seems like it's here to stay for a little while. You feel me? And at least for a little while. And if it's not here to stay forever, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna lead into the next thing. So
Right.
you're gonna have to be on something, and then you're gonna be like, hey, shout out to whatever the new thing comes out. Oh, follow my da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? Instagram could be dead, and TikTok could be the next thing, and then TikTok's gonna die, and then the next thing,
Yeah,
and
it's
you gotta
always
be on
something new.
TikTok to be on the next thing. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
The one app I haven't really gotten into is Twitter because, like I said, I don't like talking to people. I just don't feel like I don't have nothing to like say. But then again, though, like my friends be telling me like you should get on Twitter because you just be saying the most random stuff. Like you just be saying, I'm doing really good at not cussing this clip. I'm so glad because I
You
was
know
really
what?
afraid I was gonna cuss.
Like this makes me feel important because, like, for a person that doesn't like to talk, you definitely came to talk to me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, because like my friend was telling me, he's like, you're very open and chill, so it's like you're gonna feel comfortable. Because that's always my worry when I'm about to meet somebody is like, our energy's gonna click, and then
Yeah.
like once we started speaking, I'm like, okay, like we on the same type of vibe. So
Oh yeah, bro.
yeah,
Like I'm hella chill. Like
yeah,
you know what I mean.
chill stuff.
Hella
So
chill.
yeah,
So walk us through a day with you. Like you know what I mean. Because you're very
a day with me.
yeah.
Well, my days are very random. It depends on what's going on.
All right. So walk us a day when you have a shoot.
A shoot day. Okay, so usually even the day it's a shoot, it's still very random because I have a lot of random things that also go on. So first of all, sometimes let's say the shoot is like booked ahead of time, whatever. I already have that scheduled out. So usually whatever block of time that's gonna be is for like a brand or something. Let's say, and let's say the shoot is about however many hours or whatever, I block out that amount of time. So sometimes like depending on the company and stuff, it's like a long period of time if it's like a brand, like a bigger brand, whatever. And then some smaller brands take like a little less time, things like that. So once I block out that period of time from whatever day they book, then it's like I try to schedule out as much as I could do in that day. And the reason why I do that is because I hate feeling like I didn't do anything. And I'm one of these people that I don't know if it's just like, I don't know, it's something in my psyche, I guess, that just makes me feel this way. But it's like I could go to a shoot and still come back and like be like, dang, I ain't do nothing. Like I got paid and stuff, but I ain't do nothing. Like, cause I still, like I went, I did, you know what I'm saying? It's something that I'm comfortable and happy doing. So it's
Yeah.
like when I get back, I'm like, oh, I did something, but I didn't really do anything. I feel like I could do more. And there's always things on my to do list of things to do, like cleaning and running errands and picking up promo stuff from the post office and doing this and sending this and shipping stuff and all kinds of stuff. So it's always something to do. So I feel like once that's scheduled out, whatever's on the to-do list, I'll try to section it for the time that whatever it is closed. So if my shoot is like, let's say I have to be there at 10 and then I'll be out of there by like 3 or 1 or whatever the case may be, I'll be like, okay, well, I could get back to the crib by this time. And then I could still ship out these packages by this time. So I'll make it to the post office and I'll pick up my promo from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once that's all scheduled out, then I'll just be like, okay, wake up whatever the time is. And then here's the thing, I don't really sleep. That's a bad thing. I need to get on that. I have like an insomnia problem. So it's like I'll really be like, I feel like it's not as bad as other people's, but I definitely have to call it an insomnia problem at this point because I really do not be sleeping till about like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Just like my mind be running and I be working on stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then by the time I get myself to really fall asleep and stop thinking about things and just be like, you know what, time to go to bed, it's time to wake up. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to
I
wake up
definitely
and start
understand that.
everything. So I guess I'll get up and then eat, you know what I'm saying? I'll roll up and eat and things like that, figure out my day. That's usually how I just kind of like situate everything. So, we love the smoothies. We love right now it's winter time, so we love oatmeal. We love things that are warm. I try to stay, on this 3 meals a day thing. Life gets like a little
Yeah,
bit
you're like,
sometimes, and sometimes I eat 2 meals a day, or like, I have to skip certain things. But if I do skip, I'll try to at least make sure that I get like a smoothie in the morning, because that'll like have, greens. I like to do those like spinach and pineapples and banana and stuff like that, all those things, and make like a huge smoothie and then drink that down. So at least that's almost a meal, you know what I'm saying? So that'll
yeah,
hold me for a little bit of time if I don't get to eat anything until like lunch or whatever. But usually I try to do that and then have like some sort of, like, I don't know, some sort of breakfast. And then from there I'll get ready, like hop in the shower, and then what from there? Hop in the shower and then really do my makeup. That's really how I'm trying to just like, I'm mentally picturing myself like what order I do everything. So then I like get out the shower and then do my makeup, I guess. And then from there, we blast music, mind you, this whole process. And this is a very important thing. I play music my whole, like the whole day, like from the moment my eyes open, even when my eyes are closed, like if the music is playing, like music is playing all day long. I love music. So that's really, I wake up and start blasting stuff to wake me up. Like whatever it is, I'll just blast, whatever. And then from there, once I'm basically ready, makeup wise and hair wise or whatever, then I try to like figure out the fit. And then the fit is really just, I don't really put much into like the fit. Like a lot of people really think, oh, you really plan out. And a lot of things I don't really plan out. Like if it's a shoot or something, or like something I specifically need to shoot, like a piece or something, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Then I'll, situate an outfit. But if I'm just headed out, like, and a lot of times people are like, oh, that's really fly, I like that fit, whatever, whatever, and it's just something I threw on. I'm really based off of the weather and how I'm feeling. So it's like, soon as I wake up, first I'll just look at my phone and it's like, okay, this is the weather for today. Like it's raining. Okay.
Tell me, where
Mm.
can the people find you?
Where can the people find me?
Yeah.
They can find me on Instagram at _HIT0MI__. I want to make sure I got that right. And then they can also find me on TikTok. I believe it's the same thing. Yeah, _HIT0MI___. And yeah, that's really it. That's where you can find me.
You guys know where you can find me. I am Titus Peoples across all platforms. Hitomi, Titus Peoples, when discussion strikes. Until next time, people.